Hello, this is Susan Hayes, and today I'm going to take you through the Investor Centre website, which uncovers value for investors. Now, so I'm going to start with the front page. This is a welcome message from the Investor Centre, which gives you a very quick synopsis of what goes on in this particular company. If you want to sign up for the free weekly investment newsletter, you can put in your details here, and then you will be put on the mailing list where you will get a snapshot of the weekly investment advice provided by Ireland's best analyst, Rory Gillen. If you do subscribe to the website, which you can do by clicking on this button here and putting in your details, you will be sent a username and password which you can use to then subsequently log in. So I'm just going to log in here and put in my details. So that's my username and my password, and I log in. Now, what I'm going to show you in here is first of all the weekly comment. So as you can see, the headlines do appear at the start, so you can click on any one of these links to bring you straight down into that particular note in the investment advice. Then in addition, you have a table over here which quantifies what's going on in the world in terms of commodities, bonds, equities, currencies, etc., all in one snapshot. There are the various different notes here where you can see exactly what's included in the advice every week. Unfortunately, time constrains me from going through each of them, but also at the very bottom, as you can see down here, there also is a questions and answers box, where if you have any questions on economics or technical points to do with the stock market or valuation or stocks, etc., you can put in your question down here. You simply type in your question and click on submit your comments, where Rory will come back to you directly. Now, as you can see, there has been a vast number of comments put in there. To see what questions people are asking is very interesting and can actually aid your learning process significantly. Now, also there is the archives, where you can look back on every single investment bulletin that is in this website since Rory began doing this in November 2009. Now, also in the investment solutions side, if we click on that, there are various different stock picking strategies for individual stocks, but there's also the regular investor slot. This is where Rory picks out an individual stock every single month and buys a hypothetical €1,000 of this stock, and what he does is he compares his portfolio to putting the money under the mattress to just simply buying the global ETF and holding it. Then you also have the indirect investing. You can buy stocks and shares not simply just by buying them individually, but through collective investment vehicles also. And exchange traded funds and investment companies are explained in both of these 2 points. He also analyses a lot of funds, which you can see in here under funds analysed. So I'll just click on this, and they're also, as you can see, divided into asset class. For example, up here we have equity funds, we have property funds, and as I scroll down the page you will see the actively managed, private equity, hedge and alternative asset funds as well, to make it easier to use and to navigate. So you can click into each one of those, for example the Templeton Emerging Markets Investment Company PLC, and you will get the accompanying graphs and analysis of that particular fund and a recommendation as to whether it is over or undervalued. Now, also there is the market timing mechanisms. These are simply using the Coppock indicator, or the 30-week moving average, and the 30-50-week moving average, which are basically medium to long-term signals to mention whether these are medium-term signals these are medium-term technical signals in the market also. And in particular, there are various different strategies, direct stock picking strategies, which are up here in the middle column and there are also various different stock picking strategies in the middle column. As you can see, there is the Isaac Value approach, which is an approach in Ireland. There are 3 UK approaches: high yield, low price to cash flow and low price to earnings. And also there is the US Dow Value approach, which is an approach in the US. There is also the UK FTSE 100 covered call income strategy. Now I'm going to show you an example of one of these. For example, the UK low price to cash flow approach. If I click on this here, it will bring me straight into that particular approach, and I can scroll down to see the current picks. So I will explain in another video how this particular strategy works and its performance record, but this is what you as a subscriber of the website would gain access to, the particular stocks that fit the strategy at this particular time. Now bear in mind, as you can see, these are the stock picks as of the 4th of September 2010. Now you can also see the performance record, so what you can do is you can compare how this particular strategy would have performed against the Sector 15, which again I will explain in another video, and the outer underperformance between each individual strategy and the simple market itself. There is also the live model portfolio, where you can see how this particular strategy is computed. So we'll take the companies that were chosen on this strategy on the 1st of January 2010, and we can compare how they have performed week on week up until this point within the year. So let's say BT Group in this stage is up 1.5%, Wolseley is up 10.3%, Shell is down 3.3%, Man Group down 24.9%, United Utilities up 17.7%, etc., right down to where we see the average performance of this strategy is 1.5% versus how the market is performing, which is currently 0.3% since the start of the year. So that is a very quick snapshot of an example of a strategy, and as I mentioned, there are several strategies which you can see. Now there are various different ebooks that you can buy also, which will give you an idea as to how each of the individual approaches work, and you can purchase each of these individually, as you can see here. You can subscribe using this button here on the left called subscribe, or you can go up here and click on it on the subscribe button here in the top right hand corner. Now there are the additional services which people can avail of, namely seminars, free workshops, mentoring, investment advice, and you can also see the various testimonials that Investor Centre, or formerly IL2B, has picked up throughout the years. Now of course you can also look at About Us and the Contact Us buttons to see exactly what is the Investor Centre about and how to get in contact with the company. There are various frequently asked questions, and in particular featured articles which are very well worth the read. As I click on the button here, you will see what appears. Various different issues that are very pertinent in the stock market today. For example, the US global franchise stocks, a decent port in a storm. Now this is a recent series that Rory has embarked upon, and it contains some very impressive analysis indeed. There is also an analysis of Ireland Inc. Is your glass half full or half empty? Questions on currency exposure and tax issues for Irish residents. So as you can see, there's quite a number of articles there that are, as I mentioned, are very well worth a download and a read. 3 steps to investment success and stock market quotes finish off the website, and indeed finish off this video for today. If you have any questions on this particular website, please go to www.investorcentre.com, send an email to info@investorcentre.com, or indeed contact the office at 01 287 1400, and a member of the team would be delighted to take your query. Thank you.